Yep.
Please give it up for the Parcels who are busy running karaoke.
Yay!
Apparently the only people who are working on the ship at the moment. Welcome, all-timers. Every year we dwindle by a little bit. It becomes that much more precious until one day there will be one of us left. That person shall own the ship.
We already have a contract on that, so it's going to happen.
Yeah, total tough team situation. We all saw that.
Yeah, we saw that.
I am probably not remembering the numbers accurately, but close enough. I believe this year, not counting the three of us, there are 23 all-timers.
I thought there were 23 last year.
27?
I think we were 27 last year. I believe we're down to 23 now.
Okay.
It is in that range.
Yeah, so whichever one of you is trying to be the Highlander, knock it off.
Yeah. But we thank you for your ridiculous loyalty and dedication to this event. Jonathan almost lost his chance to be in this group.
Right?
That would be so embarrassing.
Stop into all.
Stop him at the door next year.
I mean, technically, I don't think Drew has been to all of them.
No.
Sarah and I are both pretenders.
Yeah, Drew and I both missed the first cruise, but he said I was allowed.
So we're not all holding drinks anymore, so if you are not holding one, please raise your invisible drink as we thank you for joining us once again. Now and forever, JoCo Cruise.
Now and forever.
Smash.
I know it's my neck.
I was just realizing what you were holding.
And now we dance!
Thanks you guys for putting on a cruise.
Yes.
For 14 years.
You guys don't have to do this, and the fact that we get to do this with you is the best feeling ever. We love you guys to pieces.
Thank you.
We do.
Although at this point, we actually
I think you're okay.
Now we have.
Contractually
What are we going to do now? Get jobs?
Touring sucks, right?
We're no longer fit to do anything else.
Nobody comes and makes my bed for me when I'm on tour.
What? Terrible. I know.
Whose idea was it in the first place?
Really, the credit goes to our former booking agent who booked our live appearances. He'd always been saying, you should do a cruise, you should do a cruise. We were already a cruise at the time, but never had. And we had been opening for Jonathan on the road and just decided at one point, let's try it.
You know what? We did a survey.
Yeah.
We did a survey.
I remember.
Surveys
are baked into this thing.
People were interested.
There was a large enough number that we felt like we could do a group. The first one was 300.
We were so happy that you all did not go with the Alaska plan. They would have put Adria at 3 months.
Yep.
Well, that would have changed the course of history.
And that would cost almost twice as much.
Adria doesn't come and JoCo is sick.
They have no motivation to sell
Just saying.
for anything less shorter.
Does anyone even remember the first JoCo Cruise? I'm not even sure.
I do.
I have a very hazy. Obviously they all blend together, but I don't.
I always confuse it with two.
I remember the bell distinctly remember you at the All Request show singing The Presidents. With a lot of help. With a lot of help.
I've seen that several times over the years, and it has never goes well.
It is what's some of the most entertaining content ever.
And we made a try. You were aboard the Eurodam, which is a Eurodam nerd. Hodgkin was the highest of his powers.
And I will forever covet the Fancy Pants trophy made out of throwing panties.
Which is still in my room, actually.
And we have several pants winners here with us, don't we?
Yeah, Angela's a winner.
I won twice.
I remember a double winner.
I remember an older woman get on the elevator with me and then kind of look at me and look at my badge and wait a minute, and then she said, "What's a JoCo?"
I had never never thought of it from your perspective because we've all heard that. Oh yeah. But it must be extra weird.
Yeah. I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
The joke goes on you.
I remember the ice sculpture.
It was on display during the
sculpture.
dessert tasting, which was arrayed around the entire pool.
That was
Chocolate mousse.
I forgot about the ice sculpture.
Wasn't one the year that you could end up randomly at a table with a performer because Holland America just kind of stuck everybody at assigned seating and all of that stuff?
But I think, that's right. The first night.
It was only the first night, and then they changed.
They're not allowed to talk.
You need to go soup.
Yeah, somebody has memory of the JoCo one.
Are you performing tonight still?
We'll see. I might get sick. I had some champagne that didn't agree with that.
I remember
Thank you everybody. It's lovely to see you.
we completely filled the.
I bet most of us have already heard.
All right, anyone not
See you later. I want to strangely see the number go up next year.
Someone glitched the Matrix.
Is anybody expecting this year that's got somebody on board who's attending the first cruise, unbeknownst?
So, Paul, have you heard? Was that Brian, right?
Yes.
Have you heard his all cruise story?
He knows.
Right.
Okay.
Paul had a direct interaction with me. I'm like, and he's like, "Do you know who Paul Storm are?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Do you know who Jonathan Colton is?" I'm like, "No."
Is this on the docks at the first cruise?
Yes. I was the guy who was like handing you your room key and like telling you where to go and stuff. So.
So you're counted as being on the first cruise, even though you weren't.
Right. He gave me that first initial pass limit. He's like, "You can tell all your friends you went on the cruise." So it's like,
Nice.
thanks.
That's right. I remember that because there were a number of people who were on the regular sailing and then liked it so much that.
None of them are here besides Brian.
Right.
Still, cheers.
Yeah, this is a very rarefied group.
Is everyone coming back next year?
Oh yeah.
Look for it.
Yeah.
Cross our fingers, we still have a job.
Yeah. Okay, is everyone signed up for next year?
Society hasn't collapsed.
Yeah.
Money still has any value whatsoever. But all that,
California hasn't put up a fence keeping us out.
but all that notwithstanding.
Joined with Mexico.
Yeah.
I've already paid for it.
That'll be there. We're gonna be there.
Right.
Yeah, the 15th sailing.
Yeah, 15 sailing. Yes. 15 sailing.
Oh man, you guys are gonna have to make more pins.
Yeah.
We get a new pin next year.
We'll be in Mexico.
That's a good point. Yeah, we might have to make a 15-timer pin.
I think we do.
Yeah, with like a 15-sided die.
Yeah.
Because the 10-sider's got a 10-sided die on it.
Well,
There we go.
that's easy enough.
The die is
I'll just take a picture. We'll use the image of a 20-sided die, put a 15 on it. Because on the other side that you can't see, it doesn't have as many sides.
I'll never tell the difference.
Make an image.
Yeah, the other side is the
15 sides, 7 sides.
Yeah.
We don't say they have to be even.
There we go.
Thanks again.
Thank you all again for coming.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Really.
And hey, you guys are doing a great job this year too. Don't forget.
Flying with
I forgot.
Jonathan for so long.
The other passengers might not know all the work you guys put in. We do.
I think most of them do.
Yeah.
We do appreciate your detailed perspective.
Sure. Yeah, when Jonathan Bolton downtime
Oh.
how do you what do you think of how it played out?
I felt
From my point of view, there was no bump in the road at all.
It was mostly, it was sort of the duck on the water with the legs underwater frantically going.
But I had a miniature reaction similar to the Puerto Rico. That moment when the rain was coming down, we had no choice but to set off the fireworks because they were too dangerous to dismantle.
Right.
Maybe thought at that point, remember Fire Festival just happened. Great. We have a New York Times reporter here. We're the next Fire Festival. So I had an echo of that, thinking, this is it. This is where the wheels come off. We are unmasked as total frauds. But immediately after that, it was like, no, everyone is going to be awesome about it. And even if he doesn't make it back, but kind of had a feeling he would. and as it was foretold.
Yeah.
Now the energy level is like boom, it's back up.
Yeah, it certainly made
never stopped.
It certainly made that opening concert more interesting for us.
We'd rather have had them in.
Fight for the title now of
Yeah.
who is the JoCo.
Pretty much.
I want to see that on stage.
Battle Royal.
No, it is I.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if we could have had anyone on board to take that role, like we would have wanted him to. We'd have flown him in if we could have.
In hindsight, that's why he was.
Way to plan it. Way to plan it.
It happens for a reason.
And then luckily, he wasn't really scheduled for anything until today. So we knew sort of even in the worst case, it was probable that he was going to be recovered enough to be able to at least do a show, even if he just came out dead and went back.
Out of like a bubble and perform.
Yeah.
Live from his cabin.
Yeah. Yeah. Zoom in.
Is there going to be a point where Paul decides to rename this cruise to Paul F. Tompkins Cruise?
Luckily, I don't think he wants to do any of the work. That was renaming work.
If I can maintain my current role, that would be
Exactly. So, yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Thank you all
For a
very
show.
much.
Thanks. That's right.
And we'll see many all of you at the concert.
Absolutely.
In 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.